Hello, everypony. My name is Blancmark, and welcome back to Smite. Well, kind of. It's a bit of an odd time for Smite and for high-res studios in general, and that's what I'd like to talk about for a little bit, because Smite has been a pretty large part of my gaming life for a bunch of years, ever since the start of season two, and that was all the way back in when was it? 2015 or something. So it's been like 10 years now 10 years now since I started. And yeah, it is a bit of a shame to see what it has all come down to. Now, I'm going to say with, full transparency, full honesty that I've already, mentioned in a previous blank file video that I have my reasons for quitting Smite the first time, and I've had my reasons for quitting Smite the second time. The first time was related to bullshit bans, basically, to that sort of thing, and not being responded to, and not being told what I'm doing wrong, etc., etc. Just not having fun anymore, just having a very unbalanced game in general, and just the matchmaking was absolutely terrible and all that. And so I definitely left throughout season 9. I actually got my second ban, and then I left because it was bullshit. Um, if you want to know more, you can watch those videos because I will go more into detail about them. So just look at my channel, look up blank file playlist, and it'll be in there. The second time, which I also covered in blank file, was basically because I saw that Smite 1 was dying. Smite 1 was on its way out. And in case you haven't checked since, right now it's February 11th, I believe, 12th. Yeah, February 12th, 2025. This is basically all it is. There's no normally this was all the way full of like stuff. That's all gone now. Um, they have released Smite 2 in in open beta now. They used to be closed alpha, and you have to buy your way into alpha and stuff. I mean, this is all still there. It says the battle pass. Oh, the battle pass. Oh, it's February 4th. This was released. Now there's still a month remaining. It's like, why would you want the battle pass? I don't know. I've actually checked the rewards. There's no skin or anything in there at all. It's just like two of these collector bonus chests, and that's it. It's just the last way to squeeze. Just like the Divine Legacy, if you've played this, you can play all the stuff here and get like more like stuff. It's all like transitioning to Smite 2. Immortal Honor. It's another one of these. Basically, buy everything, and then you'll get all these skins in Smite 2. I mean, cool, but I don't know if I really care. I mean, some of these are cool, but it's like nothing to like. It's all to sell skins, and that's basically what this entire game has become about. Basically, selling as many skins and as much content as possible before um, before the game basically goes cold. And that's exactly what happened. Because now that they've released Smite 2 in open beta, they are 100% doubling down on that, and they don't really give a shit about Smite anymore. About Smite 1 anyway. And Smite 2 isn't really doing so hot either. So I've played a lot of hours this game. I've played this game a lot of hours. Not as many as some, but I've definitely spent a lot of hours in this game. I've collected so many skins and so much more. Oh, the masteries too. Like I'm a level 6 Achilles. I don't have all the skins, of course, but I do have a bunch. Like I don't have these. Like oh, whoop-de-doo. I didn't really care about these anyway. Had these, and I'm like, okay, and I raised them up. I got I got the God pack very early on. It's just a one-time purchase. You get all the gods for free, future, etc. Then they released another pack where you have had to keep buying packs in order to buy. It was like a God pack, but for the year. So that was also stupid. Like if a new god was released, I had to buy the pack in order to get access to the gods, and all the voice pack and the release skin that they had. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that. I also found it very shitty that you had to buy the voice pack for each god. Luckily, it's not skin dependent; it's for the god, so all of the skins included. But still, it sucks that you had to buy that. But yeah, like Agni, for example. I mean, one of my favorite mages to use. I've mastered it, rank 10. I mean, may not be much to some who have like a rank 100 Apollo or something, or Aphrodite, but I like it. I liked grinding my gods up to mastery. Look at how many masteries I have. I got Let me just look at assassin here. I got a bunch at level 5. A few were like lower, like level 3, level 4. But at level 5, like look at this, level 5, level 5, level 5, level 10, level 5, level 10, level 5, level 5, level 10, level 5, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 10, level 5, level 10, level 10, level 10, or like level 5, like that. I should say legendary because it's not always level 5, but it's like legendary, warrior, same thing. I got so many of these have a diamond or a black lightning symbol. Guardian as well. I There's so many cool characters and so many characters I enjoyed playing with. Some of them less. Some of them were newer that I didn't play as much with, like I don't know, Marticarus, for example, or the newest one. But that was the problem. Like with the last year, 2024, they released new tier, and that's it. And then they just started doubling down on skins, and that was it. And it sucked because that was it. That was skins. That's it. Oh, skins that you might be able to use in Smite 2, and that's it. A couple of recolors here and stuff and all that. But like some of my favorites are, I don't even know if they're in Smite 2 or not. Like they couldn't port everything over. They said. I mean, they definitely can, but they said they can't. So, for example, this is one of my favorite Bologna skins, Furiona Bologna. Is this skin going to be in Smite 2? I don't know. Is it going to be in Smite 2? I don't know. I hope so, but from what I've heard is that you'll still have to pay for it, as well as all of the other gods. I don't know that for sure. I'm going to check out Smite 2 shortly and see how bad it actually is. But for this one, I just want to focus on Smite right now, and just all of this that they had. All of this is just pointless now. I mean, I know, when you play a game, it can't always die, so it is pointless sometimes. But it just feels kind of bad to have spent so many hours in Smite, including, unfortunately, 2 bans that were absolute bullshit. So a lot of frustration, but a lot of good memories, and a good bit of fun as well as a lot of negative experiences. It was a big part of my life, and I really enjoyed the gameplay as a whole. And unfortunately, that is all gone now. Smite, I'm gonna tell you, Smite. I have it here on my screen here. Smite. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue. Smite. Yeah, Smite. Don't interrupt me. Smite was released in September of 2015 to 8,000 players. It's not a whole lot. Then it got a little better in the next month with 9,400 players, 7,800, 7,000. It was consistently between 8,000 and 12,000 players on Steam. I don't know about consoles. I don't know when the consoles versions were released and all that, but effectively doubled that number basically. Like crossplay and all that, which is fine. It's not great, but it's doable. It's not one of the most popular games, but it was always a match to find. You wouldn't always be against the same people. It's totally fine. But yeah, see, 7,000, 8,000, 7,000, 8,000, 8,000. For the longest time, like 2018, 2019, it was just 7,000, 8,000. Now, in 2020, it became a little bit more for some reason, probably because of COVID. It was like, 10,000, 12,000, 16,000, 15,000, 14,000, 15,000, 14, 13, and then started to decline a little bit in 2022 because COVID was over, but it still stayed fairly high, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000. But now enter January of 2024, last year, which was basically, we have a new season, we have a new year, a new season. We released a new goddess, Newt, and everything is going to be great. And then they started to be like, oh, we have Smite 2 coming. It's in closed alpha now. Well, you have to pay for access, but we're going to develop Smite 1 at the same time. But what it basically meant was we're going to basically just sell skins and that's it. Skins and battle passes, try to squeeze as much monetization out of you before we're gonna can the game. And I think over time people have gotten to notice that because they noticed that there was no new content, even though there were rumors about new gods coming to Smite, like Hecate, like Aladdin. But that is they are only released in Smite 2 and not in Smite 1. Um, so it went from in February it went down by only 780 players to 11,800, then 10,000 something, 10,000 something, 8,000 something, 7,000 something. In August it was like 7,000 pretty much. In September it went down to 5,000. In October to 4,300. In November 4,200. In December of last year, only a few months ago, 3,800. In January of this year, last month, 3,100. The average play, these are all average numbers, average players. The last 30 days, so from like early January to early February, it's now February 12th, so from January 12th to February 12th, 2,497, almost 2,500. The peak players was one of the lowest peak players they've ever had in this game, which is 5,000. The peak players were around 19,000, 20,000, 22,000, 12,000 at its lowest in like 2018, 2019. It went up by a lot, right? The peak players of all time was 3,100 somewhere. Can't find it, but it was 3,100. That was probably during release. No, actually, no, it wasn't. When was 3,100? 31,000, I mean. I'm trying to look for it, but maybe they changed it. Oh, here, in January of 2021. Yeah, that makes sense for the whole COVID thing. Or maybe something happened then, I don't even know. That was a really big player spike, but that was the all-time peak. In the 24-hour peak, there were 2,796 people playing, so almost 2,800 people on Steam. 21 minutes ago, it was down to 1,778. That is abysmal. I'm sorry, that is abysmal. That is such an abysmal number. That's such an abysmal number to go down to 1,000 players, under 2,000 players for Smite, while it used to have 8,000 to 12,000 players on Steam. This game is 100% on its way out. There's no more development. This is it. If you want to play Smite, the servers are still online, as you can see, but that's it. There's only 7,000 people online right now. Or not 1,700 people online right now. Like I play, let me see if I just enter an arena match, see how long it takes. Normally it would take like up to a minute, maybe. Sometimes it was usually fairly quick, minutes, maybe 2, maybe 3. But this was with 12,000 players on Steam. Now we're gonna get to. Of course, this doesn't count the console players, but I can't believe a lot of console players are now playing Smite 1. Oh, I'm actually getting into a match. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I actually didn't check who I played in the last couple of matches that I had. I actually didn't check that. Pretty sure I didn't play as Ishchao, so just it doesn't really matter. No, not quite. It doesn't really matter as who I play, so I'm just gonna play as Ishchao. I don't really care. If I can find her. It's been a little bit. Is she disabled now? Here she is.
Let me guide you. Ishel.
Low physical damage. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't even matter. It can't do anything anyway. It doesn't even matter to have any boosters on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, let me just check audios. That's still set to the muted. Yeah, voice chat muted. Copyright music. No, I have no copyright music on. Mute voice chat. Mute push to talk. Yeah, okay. I don't want voice chat on. I'm recording. Damn it. Okay, you have to pick a physical god. Kumbhakarna. Nope, we're not gonna pick a physical god. Nobody cares. All right. It makes sense though. I mean, I'm not expecting to win or anything. I'm surprised I'm getting a match so quickly. Yeah, worshippers, that's gonna matter. Worshippers are so gonna matter in this game that has no more new content. Like last year they released like a Christmas thing or something, like a Christmas update, and it was a total of 2 skins, and that was it. And a slight bit of balance. But who cares about that, right? Nobody. Yeah, I'm actually fairly surprised that I'm getting a match right now. I mean, I'm sure there's people like me who still prefer Smite 1 who really enjoy it and who want to play it, but seeing these player numbers really makes me think like this is not sustainable in the long run. But who knows? This game might have some sort of player base going on after the shutdown with just the skeleton crew keeping the servers online. Maybe just one dude, one intern or something. You're seeing the same thing with Heroes of the Storm, where the game is no longer in development. There's no more new content. There's no more new content on in that game at all. But there's no more new content in Heroes of the Storm. But I'm sorry, it has been a little bit since I played, so I don't really remember all of this. But yeah, like I said, Heroes of the Storm is still alive. It's not offline. It's just not being updated anymore. But it still has a player base. Not a big one, but it still has a player base. So maybe Smite 1 will become something like that, unless they actually shut down the servers. But then again, Activision Blizzard, with all of their bad and strange decisions, they're still, you know, capable of sustaining thing, because they have things like they still have things like World of Warcraft and all that other nonsense. They still have other franchises. Oh yeah, that's right. They still have other franchises. Anno men to your end, bitch. Uh-oh. I love her.
You're welcome.
Oh, hi. Guess what? Uh-huh. I am actually having fun. This is... Nah. Alright. I'm going back. One moment. Yeah, but
I know artistry when
like I said, Activision Blizzard has more than enough money and franchises to keep itself afloat even after, canning Heroes of the Storm. Apparently, it wasn't financially sustainable, but they keep the server online. So I'm not worried about the servers for. I'm not worried for the servers of Heroes of the Storm going offline anytime soon. It probably costs nothing to keep the servers online. It's not a financial loss or anything, I would assume. Yep. Oh, guess what? I got the first kill and we have a shit team. Woohoo! Well, I take back what I said. I'm not having fun anymore. I take back what I said. It's not fun anymore. All right, well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just not surprised, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. But Hi-Rez itself, which is the second thing I wanted to talk about in this video, is Hi-Rez itself is in such a bad shape right now, and I'll get back to you after this match on that, because they're financially struggling a lot. Nope. Fuck you. You want to die? You want to die? You want to die? Huh? You want to die? No? Okay. Yeah, they're in such a financially bad spot right now that they've basically canned a whole lot of games and employees, which is never a good sign. I don't know if this means the end of Hi-Rez, but I would not be surprised if it do. I would not be surprised if it does.
They died.
Hmm.
Take a moment to reflect. An omen to your end.
No. Alright.
The moon
Shut up.
shall guide you. What shall I create next?
This Joe's just so overpowered.
Beautiful destruction.
Yes. Bob.
The moonlight shine. Take a moment to reflect.
Hold still. Thank you.
An enemy has been slain.
Yay. Nope. Fuck
Don't
off.
worry. If all your friends fall, you will still have
Missed. Arm missed. Ish fine. Yeah, no. I'm leaving. Dumbass. Yeah, get him. Alright. Never mind. Yeah, we'll definitely get into that in a bit. I have some material that I want to look at first, but that's definitely a thing. And it's not a good thing.
They died. Oh, so that was your friend. Shame. On my way.
That's fine. Probably just going to get one kill and that's it. No. Hey, you can tell that I'm a little rusty. I haven't played in a while.
Beautiful destruction.
Where did they go?
I believe in you.
Oh. Yeah, didn't think I would be playing Smite in February of 2025, but here I am. I am playing Smite. Crazy to think about. Crazy to think about, but yeah. Bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Tapestry of pain.
An enemy has been slain.
It'll be the worst, but like, bitch, get the hell out of here. Alright, no more mana. Oh, careful. Are we winning? We're winning. Oh, alright.
I know artistry when I see it.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, maybe Smite 1 will become something like Heroes of the Storm, where there's a skeleton crew, the servers are still online, but it's still playable. If it doesn't go the way of Tribes Ascend or Rogue Company, for example. Rogue Company seems to be not dead yet, but it seems to be in a kind of a bad spot where, how should I say this? Rogue Company, but especially Tribes Ascend, seems to be full of either a few tryhards, and the rest of it is just bots. Bots seem to be a big problem for games that are in a state like that, where they're like on life support and not being tended to anymore. I'm really not getting any kills. Yeah, I'm not getting a single kill anymore. Interesting. I don't seem to be getting a single kill anymore. Interesting. Am I bad? Nah, they're definitely doing better than me. But I'll just blame it on not having played the game for a little while. I'll just blame it on that. That's probably what it is. Let's be honest. Because I haven't played this in months, so yeah, let's be honest. It's probably that. And, you know, having a decent team, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. We're better than the enemy team, it seems.
An enemy has left the game.
Goodbye.
Adios!
Yes.
The
Ally has
moonlight
been slain.
shines.
Bop. Yep.
Beautiful destruction.
Oh, that silenced me. Oh.
Yes. Take a moment to reflect.
I like East Chill, even though I'm not playing very well. I like East Chill. She's amazing. Bitch. Take that. Get the fuck out of here.
Enemy missing left.
Oh.
More like brains missing left.
Rampaging bear.
What shall I create next? Your end is here.
This is all nice.
I'll just heal you. I'll just heal you.
The moon
Take that.
shall guide you.
Nope, too late. Alright. Hey, bitch. But guess what? I don't have to go back. I just want to.
I know
I don't even remember what to build on her. It's fine. I don't care. I'm just going with the standard build. I don't have to. I can just build something else. I
Be right
don't
back.
care. Okay.
An enemy has been slain.
I feel like I'm more of a support mage now. Oh.
Take a moment to reflect. What shall I create next?
Alright.
What a
Ooh.
stupid enemy.
The
No.
moonlight shines.
No. Get out of
Take a
here.
moment to reflect.
Ooh, she's getting wrecked. Oh yeah, she's dead. She's so dead. Oh.
I wouldn't dare stop that creature.
Good attention to detail.
Good hitting.
Good job, everyone. How gorgeous. Wondrous. What shall I create next?
I like her.
The moon shall guide you.
I like her voice too.
An omen to your end.
Anomen to your end. I don't know. I know she doesn't say Anomen, but you know I'm a Baldur's Gate 2 player, so yeah. Anomen is Baldur's Gate 2 for me. I don't know what else she's saying, but yes.
Nice work.
Yeah, that Titan, the Minotaur's going in there. Yeah,
The
yeah.
moonlight shines.
We basically won. We could still lose, but fine. That's funny. Do you think I care?
Take a moment to reflect.
No. Oh, you're so dead. Didn't knock me up. Interesting. I haven't been knocked up in a bit. Can that not happen anymore? I thought Susano's ultimate would always knock you up. Maybe he didn't charge it for long enough. I don't remember. Or maybe he just sucks. I don't know. Bitch, get out of here. Alright, I'm running out of mana. Oh no, he's like, oh, I'm gonna come from the other side.
I love the
Enemy
moon.
has been
It's
slain.
perfect.
Yeah, alright. Let's see what other item I can build. The Curse Weaver. Hitting an enemy got a basic attack. No, that's not what I want. Rod of Tahuti. Why not? It's always a strong item. Why not? Oh, I need some penetration. Right. Forgot about that. Penetration. They're literally stuck in their base now. They can't really do anything.
An omen to your end.
Stupid enemy. They died.
Plus, I love the Baba Yaga announcer. What a stupid enemy. They died. Rookie mistake. I just like that. Yeah, I have a lot of these, a lot of things with you, and but it's true you can only use like one at a time. So you just kind of stick with your favorites. And to be fair, a lot of these are like just given to you because you know, like battle pass filler or whatever, or
What's done is done.
all right. Well, that's kind of cool, I guess. Just to have my last game of Smite be a win, a stomp. Okay, thank you. But yeah, now I can finally talk about other stuff. So I got one kill. Yay, not great, but hey, whatever. I don't really care. All right. So, as I was saying, I'm a level 2 battle pass. Ooh. As I was saying, high res is on its way out, it seems, or at least Smite 1. I hope Smite 1 will become a situation where they can sustain it with just keeping the servers open and people will still be playing it just like Heroes of the Storm without too much interference by bots. But there are other games that they've shut down, including Tribes Ascend, which was a long time ago. That one is filled with a few diehard players and a lot of bots. Rogue Company is not dead yet, but they've halted all. It's a newer game, but they halted all development, and they've basically it's basically has having a bot problem right now. So Smite is down to. I mean, I'm glad I found a match. It might be different in other game modes. Arena is pretty fast and popular. Assault as well. So we'll have to see. But it definitely has gone down to like under 2,000 at the moment, which really sucks. Now we get to Smite 2, the player numbers, which is the replacement of the game. Sorry about that. Had to press enter because I'm stupid. Smite 2 has a current player base. I mean, it's still an open beta and whatnot, but you would think that the majority of the player base would return to Smite 2 because that's the new thing right now. At the moment, it only has 6,400 players playing. That's lower than Smite's concurrent player base from release to late last year, where it was between 8,000 and 12,000 with a little bit higher and lower here and there. It's lower than that. It's 6,407. I know it's early access. Some people may want to wait, but they're also not really promoting it and anything. They make a lot of bad decisions on the side as well. The game in September they opened up closed not closed beta, not closed alpha, but it was like you had to pay for it. It was alpha, but you had to buy the founders pack, basically get that legendary immortal Zeus skin for limited immortal transforming Zeus skin in order to get access, which was if you wanted that, it was like if you wanted everything, it would be like over $100 just to get that thing. And then it was 2,000 players. That's like almost what we have now in Smite 1. Then it went down in October to 1,000 almost 1,100. It went a little bit up in November of 2024 to 1,227. In December, it went down to 961, under 1,000. In January, it went up to 6,300 and 6,203. And in the last 30 days, so between mid-January and mid-February, it went up to 8,706 players, with a peak player count of 21,244, which is also the all-time peak. It is logical to think that this game is only going to grow for at least a little bit, because Smite 1 is basically on its way out. Smite 2 is on the rise. It's an open beta. It's an open beta now. It's free to play, but it is definitely, from what I read, a different game from Smite 1. So I can understand why some players wouldn't like this. Some players prefer Smite 2. Others would be like, it is a little bit too much of a mess right now. So maybe I'll just hold off for now. And also seeing the current trend of high-res studios and all of their games. Let's say I'm going to just look at Tribes Ascend. That's an old game of theirs. But is there any player base? There are no concurrent players. The last 30 days, there was 0.0, no concurrent players at all. Currently, no one is playing. In 24 hours, nobody's playing. Its concurrent player base was at the launch in 2012 with 2,000 players. It just went down very quickly to 900, 600, 500, 600, 500, 400. In a year later, basically in July, a year later, they were at 300 players. It just went down and down and down and down to into the hundreds, into the 90s, into the 70s, and eventually the servers are still online. I don't know why, because there's nobody playing this game anymore. If there are people playing, it's against bots. In July of 2023, Did they shut down the servers? Probably, because there's only data here up to July 2023. Did the servers actually shut down? The final update was made in development stopped in July of the following year, resumed December 2015 with a final update in 2016. It doesn't say anything about. It doesn't say anything about it, about the servers being shut down. But I'm assuming, since there's only data here up until 2023, that indeed. Tribes Ascend, the game entered open beta. Was officially released in April 2012. It reached the Game of the Year edition, which unlocked all classes, weapons, equipment, and the perks in a single pack. Hires halt in July 2013. Hires halted further development on Tribes Ascend during focus on Smite, citing lackluster financial returns from Tribes Ascend and Global Agenda, which is another one of their games. Despite the previous statement, the small team resumed development in August 2015. In December 2015, they announced the patch called Out of the Blue, for the game, which introduced major changes due to the nature of the patch. Company reverted all previous in-game purchases. The final update, dubbed Parting Gifts, was released in September 2016. The creative director of Tribes Ascent, Scott and Sean McBride, likened the game's history to be death by 1,000 cuts. It has had some pretty all monetization features. Okay, so you had to pay for basically everything, and no wonder it failed. Global Agenda was released in 2010, before that even, and the server shut down in 2018 and reopened in 2000. Reopened? Global Agenda? Really? I mean, is there still people playing Global Agenda? Let's see. Global Agenda, nobody's playing at all. Internal server error. I can't even access it. I can't even access it. The average for the 30-day average was 2.5 players, and current players 0. I can't even access it on Steam charts. Well, they released Smite in 2014, of course. For closed beta started in 2012, and as you can see, that is now gone. 2016 Jetpack Fighter on iOS and Android. I remember getting a skin for Nemesis, a Jetpack Fighter themed skin in this game. Let me see, where is she? Nemi. She has a Jetpack Fighter skin, which I have here. See here, Leona from JPF, Jetpack Fighter. It's a cool skin, but apparently that game has been removed from the stores somewhere in 2019. Nobody knows. In 2017, a year later, Smite Rivals was released on Microsoft Windows, iOS, and Android. Entered in beta in January 2017, but cancelled in March 2017. I think I have a Loki skin related to that game. Just a shirt, but let me just do it a little bit easier so I can see where they are. I think I have a Loki skin for Smite Rivals. Where was it? Not that one. No, where is it? No, this is a skin from something else. Here, Smite Rivals, I think. Oh no, this is HRX. Here, Smite Rivals. Basically the same thing. That was for Smite Rivals, but that was actually never really released. In 2018, I've seen the release of all these games. I just never really got, because Smite Rivals never really got that far. They had the skin, but other than that, I don't really know, because they didn't really advertise anything, so I'm only finding out about it now. It doesn't even have its own wiki page, because nobody cares. Hand of the Gods, Smite Tactics, was a card game that was entered beta in January of 2017, but cancelled in March. Actually, sorry, I'm reading the Smite Rival. It was released in 2018. I don't know exactly when, but the server shut down in January 1st, 2020. That game, a card game for Smite, never really sold at all. Never really did well at all. In the same year, 2018, Paladins Strike was released on iOS and Android, but the servers were shut down in late 2020. Paladins, their Overwatch hero shooter type game, was released in 2018 as well in open beta, as well as Realm Royale, a Paladins World spin-off, which was more of a Fortnite like battle royale game. The Realm Royale servers will be shut down on February 17th of 2025. They basically, I'm just going to look at Realm Royale at the moment. Realm Royale. And you can see that the current player base for Realm Royale Reforged is a measly 94 players, with the 24-hour peak be sitting at a 237, sorry, and the concurrent player base is in the very low low triple digits at the moment. It was mid to high triple digits, and the highest in July. It was released in June 2018, and it had a peak, like an early peak of like 32,811. A month later, it went down. They lost 72% of their player base to 9,100. After that, it went down to 3,900, and then in September, only 4 months later, 1,500. And it hasn't really recovered from that. It went up a little bit in 2020 because of COVID, probably, but it's just been steadily declining for the most part ever since, and it's basically dead now. Why is it Realm Royale Reforged? Do we know that? The game was updated in 2022 as Realm Royale Reforged, marking the first update of the game since February 2020. The game's server will be shut down on February 17 in 2025. That is currently, it's Wednesday, the February 12th. It will be shut down next Monday. So anyone who liked this game will have no more luck. This thing is gone. This thing is out. Paladins, however, is currently. I did play it for a bit. I have made no recordings or videos on it. Paladins has actually. I've actually played it for a little bit in the open beta. It was actually quite fun, if a bit difficult, but I learned how to play it and everything, so it was fine. Paladins, however, was I played up until open beta, OB64, which was the infamous update that they basically ruined the entire game, the entire system. They made it so the game always had like a card system where you have like special cards to add to your hero, and they can do like different things or stuff like that, be buffed or whatever. And usually it's like minor little things, like do you want your ability to do this, or do you want to have a little bit more health? Or it was inconsequential, right? It didn't really matter, but they made it. At least that's how I remember it. It could also be entirely different, but I remember something about those cards indeed being able to. I don't know if they added that in OB64 or if those cards were always there. It's been years, guys. I don't remember, but I seem to remember something about it. But what they did was they wanted to introduce a card-based system that you could upgrade the cards by buying a fuck ton of loot boxes. You couldn't just upgrade the cards with in-game currency or anything, or even with money. You had to buy loot boxes and then hope you get a duplicate of the card. And if you get a duplicate, your card will be upgraded, or maybe multiple duplicates. I'm not even sure. I think it was multiple duplicates even. You have to get multiple duplicates to upgrade the card to a certain level, up to level 5 or level 10 or something. And the differences between those card levels were so big that they made a gigantic impact. Say, for example, you're playing a Terminus. Character named Terminus had an axe and everything, was a tank, fine, whatever. You play Terminus, and there's another player in the enemy team also playing Terminus. You don't have the money or the time or the interest to grind out all of these cards. Your Terminus just has, say, 2,000 health. I don't know. 2,000 health. Let's say, I don't know for sure, but let's say 2,000 health. You have a card on your terminus that gives you 1,000 health. So you have 3,000 health on your terminus. Now let's say your opponent is playing terminus with that same card, but they did have the money, the time, the interest, etc., to buy all those loot boxes and to get terminus's health boost card up to level 5 to the max, which means that your terminus has 3,000 health. 2,000 plus 1,000. Their terminus has 2,000 plus 5,000. Their terminus has at that point 7,000 health compared to your 3,000. You're going to die to that terminus no matter what. You're way more vulnerable and squishy than their terminus is, simply because they were willing to pay and you were not, or willing or able or whatever. They paid, you didn't, so they win. That was a horrible change, and that's when I quit playing Paladins, which sucked, but I really enjoyed the game. But maybe not as much as Smite, but I really did enjoy playing it. And unfortunately, I have not continued playing the game since. I did go back like one time, and I didn't have a good time at all. I played one match. I was like, well, what is this shit? So I didn't really bother anymore, which sucked. But I did enjoy the game overall. I just stopped playing after that bullshit, really. Now let me take a look at the Paladins player base, which is currently sitting at an 880 with a 24-hour peak of 3,462, with an average players in January and a bit of February with 1,718. It's incredibly low, and it's just been on the steady decline ever. For a while, it was actually pretty good in the 21,000, 29,000, 28, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20, 17,000, 15,000, 18,000, 16,000. That's actually pretty good up until it got a little in during the COVID years, and since 2022 it just started declining by a lot. And yeah, it's pretty abysmal right now. The studio ended support for the Nintendo Switch version in June 2023. I'm not surprised, because they made this game into version 1, even though it was still clearly unfinished in an open beta. Because a lot of these skins didn't have their own skin art and stuff, because they didn't need it. You could just see the character on screen, but later they decided to have like a loading screen, much like Smite's, which needs character art for all of the skins, and a lot of them didn't have it yet. But they said that the game was final, like version 1 full release, but it clearly was still an open beta, because Nintendo does not accept in beta games on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm not surprised that they stopped development and its support for the Nintendo Switch version. And here we come to the matter that's going on recently. There were layoffs at Evil Mojo, which is their Paladins and Realm Royale division of Hi-Rez Studios, and poor management on Hi-Rez Studios. Active development was halted on February 6, 2025. The Paladin servers are not down yet, but active development was halted as there were a lot of layoffs, so they probably can't work on the game anymore, which is quite sad to think about. I don't know why I keep closing Steam charts. That's my bad. We're going to continue with Rogue Company releasing in 2020. I actually checked this out recently, and a bit of information. Is Rogue Company dead from people who actually play it? No, not really. There's still a small player base around. Still people that are kind of playing, maybe during peak hours, and there's still a small amount of people playing. But when I say small, playing an hour ago, 114. With a 329 24-hour peak, it's been in the low to mid 100s, low to mid triple digits for a few years now. It never really released too much fanfare. It's doing that same. I think it's like another hero shooter or something. Not Paladins, but like another hero shooter, another IP or whatever. It didn't do well. It's just kind of it didn't do well. It might be a fun game, but it's kind of janky. There's not going to be any more updates. Apparently, there's not going to be any more updates. It was it co-created by someone? Yeah, it was. No, Developer was First Watch Games and published by Hi-Rez. I don't even know if that is a division of Hi-Rez or not. Game takes inspiration from Counter-Strike. Nintendo Switch version of the game was also in June, was also taken down, probably because it wasn't even remotely ready for it. Rogue Company has 8 million players in 2020. 8 million players. Where are all these players? 8 million players in 2022? In 2020? 2022. October 2020. Hi-Rez reported that Rogue Company hit 8 million players. That's not even on Steam charts. Were they still using their own launcher or something? Because that's not on Steam chart. I don't know. Or I mean, if it's been so bad. Oh, in December it says it has 15 million players. Where are all these players then? I don't see that in these numbers. Where are all these players? I have no idea. Jeez. I don't really understand. Then in 2020 was also a game for Windows called Prophecy, released in early access in May of 2020, but was shut down in June of 2020. Was developed under Hi-Rez Games but licensed by Prophecy Games, a team made of ex-Hi-Rez developers. I think Prophecy Games was founded, I should say. Prophecy Games. Let's see. I think they were actually founded by a guy called Erez Goren, who is the founder of Hi-Rez Studios. It doesn't even say here. It doesn't even say here, but he is the founder and CEO. Life Bell AI. Life Bell AI. Never heard of that. Then there's Prophecy Games, Life Bell AI. This guy is solely responsible for the creation of Hi-Rez Studios. Past companies. I can't view that, of course, because Prophecy Games is one of them. So that was a game that he was working on. Let's see. Now it's Life Bell AI. Founder and CEO of Life Bell AI. He previously worked at Blue Cube Software. Oh yeah, Prophecy Games, Radiant Systems, Hi-Rez Studios. He's now a chairman there apparently. He's founded a lot of things, but yeah, he's no longer the CEO. It's now one of Smite's developers, Stuart. I think his name's Stuart Chisholm. I don't even know. Yeah, Chisholm. Anyway, oh yeah, in 2019 they released Smite Blitz, an iOS and Android game, co-developed with Stone Skin. Soft launch in September 2019, but were shut down in 2020. I remember that because you had to play Smite Blitz in order to earn skins in this game as well. To be exact, there was a Loki skin that you could earn by playing Smite Blitz. I'm glad I did the effort for it. It wasn't that difficult, but I was kind of blocked in the game. It was this skin that you could earn by playing.
Blast. Enemies have returned middle. Be careful. Stay here.
And it's not the best skin, but it's pretty cool. And I got it, and I had to play Smite Blitz for a while in order to grind it out and to get it, because you needed to get to a certain thing to get that skin, which eventually I did. It wasn't fun, but eventually I did. I think I purchased half of my way there, or part of my way at the very least, because I was kind of blocked in game by having to fight PvP, and I'm like, I don't want to fight PvP. Fuck that. Plus, it looked so similar to a game, a mobile game like, I don't know, Raid Shadow Legends, that you see those ads everywhere. It looked pretty much the same, and it played. I actually played a little bit of Raid Shadow Legends just to see what it was about. It was so similar to Smite Blitz. It's like it's almost a skin. Smite Blitz was almost a skin of of that game. It's like, wow, this is lazy, money grabby, and lazy. I knew about the money grabby part, but that it was this lazy, oh my god. It is bad. Plus, whenever you load into Smite Blitz, the text was all Chinese before it quickly switched over to your chosen language. It's like, yeah, NetEase, Tencent, they love their mobile games in China. So, yeah, that was like, yeah, it was shut down very quickly. It's not sustainable. But yeah, Prophecy never really was released at all, so that didn't work. And then there's a game called Divine Knockout. I didn't even know this game existed. Divine Knockout video game. I didn't even know this game existed, guys. It looks like it looks like such a weird. Oh, is this? What is this? What is this? Let me have a look here. I've never heard of this game until recently. Divine Knockout, free to play. KO the gods in the gods in the world's only 3D platform fighter. Become a small but mighty god of myth. Brawl in all three dimensions and knock your friends off the map to reign supreme. It is a 3D. It is a chibi-fied Smite with 3D chibi-fied. Yeah, these are Smite characters chibi-fied in very standard-looking high-res Smite environments where it looks like a brawler. It looks like a friggin' oh god, it's actually oh no, I don't want audio for this. It actually looks like a 3D Super Smash Brothers with chibi Smite characters. Divine Knockout. Let me just look here on the Steam charts. I don't even know this game existed. There is currently 0 players, and I can't even access it because the servers will shut down on February of 2025, which it is now. I don't know when exactly in February, but I guess the servers have already been shut down because there's no players at all. Average players last 30 days at least was 200. Oh no, wait, that was Row Company. I can't even access Divine Knockout. Didn't even know it existed. It has only existed for like 3 years. So basically, Hyra Studios has been releasing a game. It didn't do well at all, and then they shut it down again. That happened with Global Agenda, Tribes Ascend. I guess now it's happening with Smite since Smite 2, but that's not Smite's fault, so I won't count that one. Jetpack Fighter, Smite Rivals, Hand of the Gods, Paladin Strike, I guess Paladins now as well. Realm Royale, Smite Blitz, 9. Row Company, 10. Prophecy, 11. Divine Knockout, 12. That's 12 games. 13 if you count Smite. That's 12 games that they worked on and that they all canned, or at least stopped development for. If they didn't get rid of the servers, then, Smite is still up, Paladins is still up, and Realm Royale server, Paladins is still up, Row Company is still up, and Smite is still up, and of course Smite 2. Out of the 3 games, all the other servers are all gone, and even if the servers are still up, nobody's playing them. So they're doubling down on just Smite 2, and that's the problem. It's probably a better idea to double down on one game, but the one game also it doesn't have a large player base yet, and it's just not financially um, doable to run an entire company on one game, and that's why they're cutting jobs. They laid off a bunch of people across the board, across the company. Um, I don't know who they are. It always sucks when it happens, but it's not. It's never a good sign. It's never a good look, and it's never a good sign that this is happening. If they have to lay off people to basically have their company survive. And that's kind of what I think this is going towards, is like maybe they can retake themselves, like, okay, maybe we can keep this company afloat so that Smite 2 at least will still remain alive. But if it is going like pretty much every other single game in high res history, we might be looking at the end of Smite and at the end of high res as a whole. I don't know, maybe. It is a possibility. I'm not saying how likely it is. I don't know, but it is definitely a possibility from the way things are looking now, currently at this moment in time. And that will be sad because I've really enjoyed Smite for a while, but they could have just continued this and made this better, but and updated this, but they decided to go with an Overwatch 2 like route where um, they have released a new game, but it's not really new. It's just Smite built from up anew from the ground up. Um, as a new game, but with all the characters that you know and everything, and it's basically very similar, but it's going to take them a while to get back what they have made. Like recently, Hoon Bats was released. I didn't even see Hoon Bats release when I played Smite. He was already in the game, so it feels a bit weird in that regard. And there's still a lot of gods missing apparently. So I don't know. It's still finding its footing. So, but that's one thing I'm going to do soon is I'm going to check out Smite 2 and see what happens. Don't know if I'm going to play anything, but I'm definitely going to take a look that I can make a more informed video about it, and I'll take you guys along with me for that ride. But yeah, as we played a match. It was interesting. We won. Yay! Whatever. Uh, but it's just unfortunate that all of this progress is now going to be pointless, erased. I mean, maybe some people will keep playing it. Maybe they'll shut down the servers. Who knows? Maybe some people will still be playing it. Every now and then, I can just play a match here and there when I feel like it. Who knows? But there's pretty much no new content coming for Smite 1. All the new actual development is going to Smite 2, and all of the other games are basically either being having no development done at all or being shut down entirely. So time will tell if that's a good thing for Hi-Rez and for Smite 2, or if this is just the beginning of the end. We shall see. We don't know. But time will definitely tell whether this is the case or not. So yeah, with all of that said, I'm sad that this might all be erased or is now pointless. I don't know. But yeah, this was a bit of nostalgia and a bit of concern for the future of Smite, the future of Hi-Rez. I mean, Hi-Rez itself I don't really care about, but I do care about Smite. So it would suck if this all goes away. If they one day just shut down the Smite 1 servers, all of this will be gone, and it would suck. But that is it for me for today. So yeah, thanks for joining me in a trip down memory lane and some current events regarding Hi-Rez and Smite. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I should go.